everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Hollyoaks has revealed Grace Black's shocking new plan, and Maxine Miniver is in grave danger. Undercover police officer Dodger Savage recently returned to the village, having been brought back to help his twin Sienna by scheming dad Jez. But his mission to get hostage Robbie to safety went wrong when his real name was disclosed to Rex, and Grace realized that their colleague wasn't who he says he is. Grace accused Dodger of being the mole in the criminal operation, so in a desperate attempt to protect his identity and to prove his loyalty, he violently attacked Robbie. Maxine questioned what Dodger had been up to in today's episode. When she spotted his bloody knuckles, he came clean and explained that he is trying to bring down Grace and Rex, and that Robbie is being held captive. She was upset about what had happened to her friend, but Dodger insisted that he had no choice but to hurt Robbie. Maxine then went behind Dodger's back and secretly went to the police station to report a kidnapping and told Donnie about Grace's wrongdoing. When she disclosed that she was dating undercover copper Dodger, Donnie made it clear that he couldn't get involved in a covert operation. But as she left, it was revealed that D.I. Banks had heard the conversation. Meanwhile, Grace's birthday party was gatecrashed by a drunk Nancy and Steve. Nancy was concerned to see Frankie in attendance, but she was fully supportive when her stepdaughter explained she had met a man who had connections in the ballet world. When Nancy reminded Grace that Dodger and Maxine were previously in a relationship, the pieces fell into place for her. Rex then informed Grace that Maxine had told the police about Robbie, which only confirmed her suspicions. Later, Dodger used a secret device to listen into a conversation between Grace and Rex, and was horrified to discover that Grace intended to kill Maxine. Maxine phoned Mercedes in prison and pledged to bring down Grace for good. But at that moment, Rex grabbed her and bundled her into a van. What will happen to Maxine now, and will Dodger be able to save her? Hollyoaks has dropped a bombshell in its latest early streaming release as Grace Black is revealed to be at the center of a dangerous new plot that threatens to upend several lives in the village. Long known for her complex history and dark past, Grace's newest scheme marks one of her most cunning and explosive moves to date. After months of lying low and rebuilding her empire from the shadows, Grace returns to the forefront of village drama with a plan that could send shockwaves through her family and her enemies alike. The episode begins with Grace standing alone in the loft, staring at a photograph of her late brother Liam. The image is tattered around the edges, and there's a haunted look in her eyes as she runs her fingers over the glass. It's clear that something has been bubbling under the surface for a long time. While Grace has been publicly maintaining a facade of moving on, behind the scenes she has been meticulously plotting her comeback, and her first target is someone very close to home. Mercedes McQueen has always had a volatile relationship with Grace, and their recent truce has been anything but stable. But when Grace overhears Mercedes making a shady deal in the alley behind the dog, everything changes. She records the conversation on her phone, her face steeling with renewed purpose. This is the leverage she's been waiting for. But Grace's plan doesn't stop at blackmail. In a shocking twist, it's revealed that she's also working with an unexpected ally, Warren Fox. The pair have history, both romantic and criminal, and their recent secret meetings have sparked speculation among eagle-eyed fans. In the episode, Warren confronts Grace in the loft, tossing a brown envelope onto the table between them. "If we're doing this, we do it my way," he growls, but Grace simply smiles. "We do it my way, or not at all." The envelope contains damning evidence about a money laundering ring tied to a new business opening in the village. A front that could bring down more than one major family if exposed. Grace wants to use it to manipulate Mercedes into stepping down from a lucrative position in a joint business venture, leaving Grace in control. As the episode progresses, Grace's plan deepens. She targets not only Mercedes, but also manipulates Ethan into playing a role in her deception. She plants a forged document in Ethan's flat, and then tips off the police anonymously, forcing him to come to her for help when the heat turns up. She offers him protection in exchange for becoming her inside man. Ethan hesitates, knowing full well what Grace is capable of, but ultimately agrees. This sets off a chain of events that spreads through the village like wildfire. The repercussions hit hard when James Nightingale, currently representing the interests of the McQueens in a legal dispute, gets wind of Grace's involvement. He confronts her at the loft, threatening to expose her, but Grace already has a trump card. Surveillance footage of James in a compromising situation with a client. "You expose me, I ruin you," she tells him coldly, and James is forced to back down, at least for now. But Grace's machinations don't go unnoticed for long. Zara Morgan begins to piece things together after noticing strange patterns in Grace's movements and interactions. She confronts Grace in the market square, accusing her of setting Ethan up. But Grace spins a convincing tale about protecting Zara and the village from a bigger threat. Zara is left rattled and unsure of who to believe. Meanwhile, tensions begin to rise between Mercedes and Warren as their secret dealings begin to unravel. Grace uses this to her advantage, planting seeds of mistrust that begin to fester into something darker. In a dramatic moment, Mercedes discovers the recording Grace made of her deal and realizes just how far her former frenemy is willing to go. She storms into the loft and confronts Grace in a volatile scene that ends with Grace slapping Mercedes across the face before whispering, "You never should have underestimated me." With the village now tangled in her web, Grace sets the next phase of her plan into motion, taking over the loft as a legitimate business front, while continuing her illicit operations behind closed doors. She bribes a licensing official to approve her new expansion plans and sets up a new security system with hidden cameras throughout the venue. Unbeknownst to the residents of Hollyoaks, Grace is now watching everything, storing data, and using every piece of intel to expand her influence. Even more shockingly, the final moments of the episode reveal a hidden room beneath the loft, where Grace meets with a mysterious figure, later revealed to be Felix Westwood. Their connection had previously been unexplored, but the chemistry between them is undeniable. Felix leans in and says, "Are you sure you want to go through with this?" Grace doesn't hesitate. "I've waited too long, it's time they all paid." This early release has set the stage for a gripping new chapter in Hollyoaks, with Grace at the center of a dangerous and thrilling storyline that will test loyalties, destroy alliances, and bring her face to face with some of her oldest enemies. As the episode fades to black, viewers are left with one burning question: just how far will Grace go to reclaim her power? And who will be left standing when she's done? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Hollyoaks Update YouTube channel for more update news.